0 to -4, then 3, 2, 1, and 1, -2. And for the second cofactor of 1 ay determinants ng 2, -1, 5, 3, 2, 1, and 1, 3, -2. And yung susunod po, for the 0, ayan, 0, and dun sa fourth, ganyan din po. And by multiplying by ng 0 ay syempre equal siya sa 0. And for that po, ginamit ko na lang po siya, sir. Ginamit ko po ay yung stick method po ba ang tawag natin doon, which is mas madali po na pagkuha ng determinants. Ayun po, from pababa po, no, na slant from 0, 2 and -2 plus 2 times 1 and 1, and plus -4 by 3 times 3. Tapos po, ang minus yung sa pataas naman or pabalik, -4 times 2 times 1 minus 2 times 3 times -2 minus again 0 times 1 times 3, which the answer is -14. For the second naman po, ganun din yung process na ang sagot naman po ay 14. And for the 0 po, hindi na po natin siya kinuha dahil 0 na nga po yung sagot. So, papasok na po tayo dito sa -3 times, yung cofactor po niya na -3 times dun sa determinants po na sagot natin ay -14 plus dun sa second row na cofactor na 1 multiplied by dun sa sagot na determinants niya na 14. So, ang determinants po ng A na to ay 56. Yun, sir po. Ganun po siya kung kumuha ng Laplace.
Na-verify niyo, sir, na kung 56 talaga yung determinant?
Yes, sir. Na-verify ko po siya sa Octave. Actually, sir, itong picture po ng A, determinants na A, ay yung matrix na A po na to ay screenshot po sa Octave.
Okay, I see. Okay. So,
Yun lang
that's
po.
it. Tama yan, sir. Yun nga po yung tinutukoy ko. Cofactor method or Laplace expansion. May question
lang
ba
po.
sa ating mga classmates? Wala naman?
Wala naman sa kanya, sir.
Wala. Okay. Sige, proceed tayo dun sa inverse. Yes, ma'am Ayla Aiza.
Sige po, sir. Share ko lang po. Ayan po. Kita na po.
Yes po.
So, inverse, 4x4 inverse matrix, determinant and transpose. So, in this process, madidiscuss natin yung determinant and the transpose. Actually, sir, upon my research, may iba pang way on how to arrive sa inverse matrix. But here in this activity, mag-focus tayo dun sa process na gagamitan ng determinant and transpose. So ayan, basically, inverse of a matrix is same as saying na it's the reciprocal. So, any number multiplied by its reciprocal will give us 1. In the case of matrix, any matrix multiplied by its inverse will result to identity matrix. Ito yung matrix na yung diagonal niya is all 1 and other elements are 0. So, inverse of a matrix can be solved by the formula inverse of a matrix equal to the adjoint of A, pero yung A is in a transform form divided by the transpose form divided by the determinant, but with the condition that the determinant of the original matrix must not be equal to 0. So the inverse of a matrix meaning hindi siya mag-i-exist if the determinant is 0. Para mas madali natin maintindihan ay maalala, any number divided by 0 will give us what? Undefined. So in the case of matrix, its inverse will not exist. So isa-isahin po natin yung pagkuha ng inverse of a matrix. So first, it is practical na kunin na natin kaagad so yung determinant since malalaman natin kung nag-i-exist ba yung inverse or hindi. So in solving the determinant of the original matrix, we can apply the cofactor expansion along its first column. Yung kagaya nung na-discuss earlier by our classmate, kahawig siya noon. But here, yung cofactor is imumultiplied natin siya. Dun sa yung element imumultiply natin siya sa cofactor niya. And also using a sign convention that is here positive, negative, positive, negative. So yun yung element imumultiply natin siya sa determinant ng cofactor niya. So paano naman i-solve yung 3x3 matrix? So simple lang. We can use what they call the basket method, basket weaving method. So yung first two columns, ikakopy natin siya, lalagay natin sa right, then we'll multiply its diagonals. So ayan. So the elements na imumultiply natin in the blue direction will have a positive sign, and yung imumultiply natin sa red direction will have negative sign. So if we further solve yung determinant, so ganyan we will have this yung long formula niya, yung 3x3 matrix. Pero hindi pa yan tapos kasi i-multiply pa natin yung element niya, yung A sub 1, 1, A sub 2, 1, A sub 3, 1, and A sub 4, 1. So if we further apply the operation, we'll have this formula to solve the matrix. So later on, magkakaroon tayo ng example to better understand this formula. So third, we will form the transpose of the matrix. So sa transpose, madali lang. We will make the row turn into column, then yung column naman into row. Pagpapalitin lang natin siya. And then we will replace each element of the transpose by its corresponding cofactor. The resulting matrix is known as the adjoint matrix. Meaning yung adjoint matrix is yung element niya are all determinants of the transpose. Actually, ito pong step 2 and 3 can be reversed. Pwedeng kunin muna natin yung adjoint, saka natin i-transpose or transpose na natin, then kunin natin yung adjoint. Either way, makuha natin yung same answer. And then after that, yung last step, gamitin natin yung formula. Divide each element of the adjoint matrix by the determinant, and the result is the inverse matrix. So, bigay po tayo example. Okay, suppose we have this 4x4 matrix and we will solve for its inverse. So first step, solve natin yung determinant niya. So sa pagkuha ng determinant, we can apply the cofactor expansion. So sa cofactor expansion, kunin natin element, halimbawa yung 1, which is the A sub 1, 1. Then cross out natin yung kalinya niya, and we will take what's left. So we will have 1 multiplied to this 3x3 matrix. So same will be applied sa A sub 2, 1 na 0. Iko-cross out natin mga kalinya niya. Then we'll take what's left, the 3x3 matrix. Same will be applied to other elements, yung 2 and 2. This one, para makuha natin yung determinant. So pag in-apply natin yung cofactor expansion, ganyan ang magiging kalalabasan niya. Please be guided by the sign convention. Baka kasi dito tayo magkalit mali. So laging positive, negative, positive, negative. So alternate siya. So solve naman natin yung 3x3. matrix para mag-arrive na tayo sa determinant. So in solving the 3x3 matrix, so example natin tong una. So we will copy yung first two columns, lagay natin siya dito, then we will multiply the diagonals. So by solving the 3x3 matrix, apply natin yung basket weaving method, we'll have -4 as a determinant of this first 3x3 matrix. So yung second, pwede natin i-eliminate since 0 naman yung element niya. Then, same ang gagawin sa third na 3x3. So, upon applying the basket weaving method, we'll have the determinant na 2. And then, for the last element, we'll have -1. So, after that, nakuha na natin yung determinant ng 3x3 matrix, i-distribute na natin siya dun sa, yung element niya, i-multiply na natin sa determinant ng 3x3 matrix. And then we'll have 2 as the determinant of the original matrix. So, next, i-transpose na natin siya. So, dali lang, yung row, gawin natin siyang column, and then yung column, magiging siyang row. Babalik ta rin lang siya. So, madali lang. So, lahat yan, pag ita-transpose lang siya natin. And after that, kunin na natin yung adjoint. So, eto sa yung hindi ko na in-elaborate. But basically, wait lang po. Okay. Yung yung element niya, ito. So, sa third step, yung each element daw ng transpose, we will replace it with its cofactor. So, meaning, yung magiging laman ng adjoint natin is all determinants. So, for example, itong 1. Itong 1, kukunin natin yung cofactor niya. Yung determinant ng cofactor niya. So, isa-isahin natin. Ito yung adjoint method. So, yung 1, cross out natin yung mga kahilera niya, kalinya niya. And then, we will copy what remains. So, ito siya. Ito. Yan. And then, we will solve for the determinant. Ito na ngayon, ito, yung determinant nito, yun na yung magiging A sub 1,1 ng adjoint natin. So, same will happen. Same will be applied naman sa second. Ko-cross out natin siya. And then we'll take what's left. Ito naman. Itong 3x3 matrix na yan, ito na siya. Ito na yung cofactor niya. Ito na ngayon magiging A sub 1, 2. Yan ang process ng adjoint. And lahat ng elements, gagawin natin to. Yung kukunin natin yung cofactor. But then, magkakaroon tayo ulit ng sign convention na alternating. Positive, negative, positive, negative. Actually, may sir, may formula. Hindi ko lang sir in-elaborate kasi part siya ng adjoint. Basta tandaan natin, may explanation kung bakit siya positive, negative. Alternating siya horizontally and vertically, may kinalaman yung positioning ng kada element, but para mabilis natin matandaan, alternate siya. So yan yung sa adjoint. So third step pa lang siya. Sa adjoint, pagkuha ng determinant ng adjoint, pwede naman natin gamitin ulit yung basket weaving formula. So, if we further solve the determinant of the following 3x3 matrix, we'll have this determinants. Pero hindi pa to yun kasi kailangan natin i-apply yung sign convention. So, by applying the sign convention, we will have -4, -1, 2, and 1 for the first row. Then 2, 1, 0, -1 sa second row niya. Then -16, negative 2, 4, and 4, then 6, 1, negative 2, and 1. Ito na ngayon yung adjoint ng transpose natin. So, mayroon na tayong transpose. All we have to do is to divide it by our determinant na na-solve na natin earlier. So, di ba pag nag-divide tayo ng matrix, so each element, di-divide natin siya by 2. So, pag dinivide na natin all elements by 2, ito na ngayon yung ating inverse matrix. So, we have negative 2, negative 1 half, 1, 1 half, 1 half, 0, negative 1 half, negative 8, negative 1, 2, and 2. Then last row, 3, 1 half, negative 1, and negative 1 half. So, verify ko po siya using Octave.
Mhm.
Ayan, same naman po yung naging result, sir.
Okay.
So,
That's
yun
good.
lang po. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Magandang pagka-explain. Oh, thank you, Miss Pico. Yung
D.
D,
Pico po,
Pico,
sir.
yan yung
Thank you.
apelyido mo o yung D is middle initial, middle name?
Surname ko po, DP ko, sir.
At ako, yung D is middle name.
And
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you po,
So
thank
far,
you.
we obtain yung the term inverse ng matrix. Na-proceed tayo sa linear system. Pwede rin gamitin kasi yung matrix inverse in solution sa linear system. Sige po, kay Sir Oscuro. Master grad na rin pala kayo, sir?
Sa business, sir. Business ad.
Oo. Kasi pangalawang master nyo na pala to.
Yes, sir. Okay, good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, classmate. So, ang topic na i-discuss ko is all about the linear system. So, when we say linear system, ito yung sinasabi nating mathematical concept that is used to solve problems involving multiple linear equations. Kung marirecall natin yung undergrad natin, we do certain solving an equation na madaming mga variables. So it is also a collection of linear equation that involve same set of variables na tinatawag. Okay, next. So from here, so a linear system of equation AX is equal to B can be solved using yung various methods na itatackle ng mga classmate ko later on. So ang ano lang kasi sa akin all about linear system. So dito natin maanuhan yung sinasabi nating linear algebraic equation, matrices, the Gauss-Jordan elimination, the LU factorization, the matrix inverse, and condition just like yung na-discuss ni ma'am kanina, and then yung iterative methods and yung eigenvalues na sinasabi natin. So, balikan natin yung sinasabi nating linear equation. So, ang linear equation or a system of linear equation, sinasabing is a collection of two or more linear equation and yung solution to a system of linear consisting of certain values of each of unknown variables na tinatawag in the system, wherein that satisfy yung all of its equation or makes the equation true. So we have certain sinasabi dito yung sinasabing the solution must satisfy each equation in the system, and all equation in system are linear. The system is a system of linear equation. So yung linear system also is a system of equation is an ordered pair that satisfies all equation in the system and can be also known as exactly one solution, no solution, and infinitely many solution for this. So yung linear system natin, kung maalala natin, meron different ways on how to solve the system. We have the graphing, the substitution, the elimination, and then yung sinasabi nating multiplication matrices natin. So let's have this one, yung matrix solution of linear system. So when we solving system of linear equation, we always represent a linear system of equation by augmented matrices. and a matrix which stores the coefficient and constant of the linear system, and then manipulate the augmented matrix to obtain the solution of the system. So for example, these two equations, we have x plus 3y is equal to 5, and we have also 2x minus y equals to 3. So if we augment these two equations, so kukunin lang natin yung mga constant numbers or constant numbers. So yung x, meron tayong 1, and then meron tayong 3, and then meron tayong 5, and we have also from the second equation, meron tayong 2, and then negative 1 and 3. So to generalize, ito yung approach for the linear system natin. So pag na-augment natin siya for the augmented matrices, ito na lang yung magiging itsura niya. Okay? So for the operation that produce yung row equivalent matrices, so meron tayong two rows are interchanged. So meron din tayong a row is multiplied by a non-zero constant, and also we have the condition na meron tayong constant multiple of one row is added to another row. So later on, meron akong ipapakitang sample for this one. So we have this one, yung augmented matrix method natin. So we have, meron tayong three equations. So yung mga coefficients is, ito, linagay natin, yun ang sinasabi natin, augmented matrix. So from the equation 1, meron tayong 1, we have negative 2, positive 3, and then yung 9. And we have 0 kasi wala namang value yung ating x. In the second equation, we have 1 for y and 3 for z and 5. And the coefficient for the third equation, we have 2, we have negative 5 and 5 and 17. So for this certain method, ang pinaka-aim natin is yung diagonal, itong area na to, yung diagonal na yan. Gagawin natin yan lahat 1. So I have here yung step-by-step method. Una, para maging 1 yung diagonal natin. So first method is yung multiply natin ng negative 2 yung row 1 natin plus yung row 3 natin. Ito yung row 1 natin and then yung row 3 natin. So para naging 0 yan. So we have negative 2 times row 1 natin is 1 plus 2 kaya naging 0 siya. Negative 2 plus 2 is 0. Next, negative 2 times yung negative 2 natin is negative 4 plus negative 5, negative plus negative is positive 4 plus negative 5 is negative 1. Okay, pag in-add natin yon. So we have negative 2 times 3 plus 5 is negative 1. And then we have negative 2 times 9 plus 17 is equal to negative 1. So magiging bagong matrix natin is ito na. So 1, negative 2, 3, and 9, 0, 1, 3, and 5, and 0, negative 1, negative 1, and negative 1. So hindi pa natin nagawang all 1 yung diagonal area natin. Yung kasi ang pinaka-aim natin, lahat maging 1 yan. So ang gagawin natin, second method is, we just have the row 2, add natin dun sa row 3 natin. Okay, row 2 ito, and then row 3 natin. So row 2 natin is 0, plus 0, kaya naging 0 siya. And then 1, plus negative 1, naging 0 siya. And then 3, minus 1 is 2. And 5, minus 1 is 4. So, magiging ano na rin yan, magiging mukha ng ating matrix is ito na. So, 1, negative 2, 9, 1, negative 2, 3, and 9. Second row natin is 0, 1, 3, and 5. And then 0, 0, 2, and 4. So, hindi pa rin nasi-satisfy. Yung sinasabi nating lahat yung diagonal area natin is 1. So, para magawa natin 1 to, ang gagawin natin is just have multiply yung row 3 natin ng 1/2. Okay? So, we have 1/2 of row 3 of 0 is 0. 1/2 times row 3 natin is 0 ulit. So, 1/2 of 2 is 1. And 1/2 of 4 is 2. So, yung magiging bagong nating itsurang matrices is 1, negative 2, 3, and positive 9. 0, 1, 3, and 5. 0, 0, 1, and 2. So, nagawa na nating lahat 1 yung diagonal natin. So, pwede na tayo mag-stop doon. So if we recall to solve for the x and y, kung i-recall natin, hindi ko na siya i-discuss thoroughly, using the back substitution natin. So from the equation, di ba dito sa equation natin na to na x minus 2y plus 3z equals to 9, y plus 3z is equal to 5, 2x minus 5y plus say 5z is equal to 17. So yung ano natin, ito naging itsura na natin. Okay. So yung value ng x natin, kasi ito yung x value natin, ito yung y value natin, and then yung z value natin. So yung x natin is positive 1, y is negative 1, positive, naging negative siya, and then yung z value natin is, kasi ito yung z natin would be 2 natin. So that would be for this answer for x, y, and z using the back substitution. Okay, meron tayong mga final matrices for linear system and 2 variables. So meron tayong mga, siguro yung mga good example nito from the next na reporter natin. So I just only show yung all about this one. So we have the form 1, the unique solution, yung sinasabi nating consistent and independent. So meron tayong 1, 0, and then may variable tayong m and n, 0, 1, n. And then number 2 form is yung sinasabi nating infinitely many solutions. So consistent and dependent. So yung further discussion yan, kung mas magandang makikita natin yan sa 3 equations or linear equations, makikita natin yan. And then we have also yung no solution, yung inconsistent natin. If we recall from the undergraduate natin, ito yung siguro yung pinaka-simplest na method. We have the graphing method using the linear system into variables. So from the graph, so from this portion, may one solution tayo, wherein we have the coordinates of a point. And then may no solution tayo wherein mapapansin natin hindi nag-meet or hindi nag-target yung dalawang lines natin or inconsistent yung sinasabing cases. And then we have also yung sinasabi nating dependent case wherein infinitely madaming solution or sabihin natin in mathematical term, mahaba yung solution niya or parang infinite yung sinasabi from the word. So ito naman siguro in yung mano-manong gagawin to solve for the value of x and y, we use yung pinakamadaling yung substitution method. So first step is solve an equation for one variable and then substitute the value, solve the equation using this one, x plus y is equal to 5. Substitute lang natin yung value ng y na given dun sa equation na binigay na 3 plus x. So makukuha natin yung value natin na x is equal to 1. So another step para makuha natin yung value ng x naman natin, ng y natin, we have plug back into find the other variable. So meron tayong value ng x natin kanina is 1. So kunin lang natin to. So 1 plus y is equal to 5. So makuha natin yung variable na value ng y natin is equal to 4. So to check kung tama yung solution natin, kung nagparehas yung result ng any of this equation, bawa tulad nito, kinuha ko tong x plus y is equal to 5. So we have x, kanina yung value natin is 1, yung value ng y natin is 4, so 1 plus 4 is 5, so same yung ano niya. So ibig sabihin, the solution is 1, 4 is sinabi natin correct siya. Okay? What if naman kung mayroon tayong 3 variables? So ipapakita ko lang yung yung approach using sa substitution kasi yung next reporter na rin yung magre-report all about yung sa mga matrices or different method. So actually talaga parang sa akin yung introductory for the linear system. So we have 3 equation, x plus 3y minus z is equal to negative 1. Second equation natin is 2x plus y plus z is equal to 1. Next equation natin is 5x minus 2y plus 3z is equal to 21. So, a solution is an ordered triple x, y, and z that makes all equation is true. So, paano ba natin i-solve yan using pag meron tayong 3 variables? So, first, using the first 2 equation, cancel one of the variable. Next is using the last two equation, we cancel the same variables from step number 1 natin. And then we have also number 3, use the result of steps 1 and 2 to solve for the 2 remaining variables natin. And then plug the results from step 3 into one of the original 3 equation and solve for the third remaining variable. And lastly, we write the solution as an ordered triple x, y, and z. Okay, let's have this solve natin to. We have sample problem here. So meron tayong 3 equation. 3x plus y minus z is equal to negative 11. 2x plus y plus z is equal to 1. And 5x minus 2y plus 3z is equal to 21. So first step, kuha natin yung first equation and then yung second equation. So madali lang makancel natin kasi mapapansin natin opposite sign yung value ng ating z. So makakancel yan. So matitirang na lang natin another equation is 3x plus 4y is equal to negative 10. Okay? So next procedure natin, sabi dito, kunin na natin yung second equation saka yung nakuha natin and then yung ating third equation. So that would be 2x plus y plus z is equal to negative 1 and then yung 5x 2y plus z is equal to 21. So ang aim pa rin natin is to cancel yung z variable natin. So paano ba natin i-cancel? So just multiply yung second equation natin na 2x plus y plus z is equal to negative 1 by negative 3 para makancel natin yung z. So makukuha natin yan. Multiply lang natin to. So magiging negative 6x minus 3y minus 3z is equal to negative 3. And then copy natin to. So cancel yung z natin. Ang matitira na lang is negative x minus 5y is equal to 18. Okay. Next step natin. Sabi dito, kunin na natin yung result na nakuha natin equation from step 1 and then step 2 natin. So we have 3x plus 4y is equal to negative 10. Galing yan dito sa step 1 natin. And then next is yung negative xy minus 5y is equal to 18 dun sa second step natin. So para makuha natin yung value ng x and y natin, anong gagawin ulit natin? So kunin natin multiply natin yung sa variable x natin para makancel. So yung pangalawa, yung nakuha natin dun sa step 2, multiply natin ng 3. Tama? So magiging ano niyan? We have negative 3x minus 15. 3 times negative 5 is 15. Y is equal to, equal pala yan, sorry, 54. Nagkamali lang ako ng ano. So makancel natin yung 3x and positive 3x and negative 3x. So we'll get the result of negative 11y is equal to 44. So divide that one, makukuha natin yung value ng y natin is negative 4. So makukuha na natin, mayroon na tayong value ng y natin is negative 4. So para makuha natin yung value ng x and z natin, so pili lang tayo dun kung anong equation ang pwede natin gamitin. So ito, mas madali. Kasi mayroon tayong value ng y. Kunin natin yung nakuha nating equation dun sa step number 1 natin na 3x plus 4y is equal to negative 10. So from here, substitute lang natin nung nakuha nating value ng y natin na negative 4. So that would be 3x plus 4 times negative 4 is equal to negative 10. So just simplify that one, makukuha natin ng value ng x na natin is 2. So mayroon na tayong y, mayroon na tayong ng x, so yung z na lang natin. So paano ba natin makuha ng value ng z natin? So kuhanin natin, dito na lang, sa mas madali, yung equation 2 natin na original, that is 2x plus y plus z is equal to 1. So substitute natin yung values ng x na nakuha natin kanina, that is 2, and then yung y natin na negative 4. So we will have 2 times 2 plus negative 4 plus z is equal to 1. So simplify that one, makukuha na natin ang result ng z natin is 1. So yung value ng variables natin na x, y, and z from this 3 equation is 2, negative 4, and 1. Okay. Okay, to check, kung ma-check natin, just have, substitute lang natin to. So, x plus 3y minus a, dapat tumugma siya na negative 11. Lang man po, sir. So, the other methods is i-discuss ng ating classmate all about dun sa nabanggit kong different method for the linear system or linear equations po natin. Thank you po, sir. Thank you, classmate.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you for that presentation. So that's the introduction sa linear system. So now, yung next presenter about eigenvalues.
Hello sir, ako na po yung next.
Sige, sir.
Share ko lang yung screen sir.
Sige po.
Hello po, good evening. Nakikita na po.
Ito na, sir.
Yes po.
Hello?
Sige na, sir.
Sige po. So good evening po. Ako po yung magpe-present regarding sa eigenvalues, no? So dito sa presentation ko, meron akong dalawang way na ituturo para i-solve yung 4x4 matrix na eigenvalues. Number one, yung manual computation. Tapos number two, yung paggamit mismo ng Octave, no? So
Na-mute ka ata, sir.
hello po. Hello. Ay, sorry na pindot po. So, i-define muna natin yung eigenvalues ulit, no? So, eigenvalues are the special set of scalar values that is associated with the set of linear equation, most probably in the matrix equation. So, lambda yung yung common na variable na ginagamit namin dito kay eigenvalues, no? So, a matrix whose elements are polynomials in the variable lambda. So, let A lambda be a polynomial domain consisting of the set of all polynomials in lambda with coefficient in field A. So, punta na tayo dun sa punta na tayo dun sa sample. Hello.
Sige lang, sir.
So, yun po. So, ito po yung sample ko na ginawa, no? So, 4x4 matrix, no? So, ito yung binabanggit ko na manual computation muna after nung sa may mismong Octave, no? So, given yung 4x4 matrix natin, so let A is equals to 4x4 matrix, which is yung first row natin is yung -2, 0, 0, 0. Then, yung second row is 0, 4, 0, 0. Then, yung third row is 0, 0, 3, 0. And then, yung last row is yung 0, 0, 3, 4. So, ang sabi niya, no, i-minus natin yung given na 4x4 matrix doon sa may mismong lambda. Given na yung lambda is i-multiply muna natin sa mga values na nakadiagonal na may 1. So, ito naman may pattern na sinusunod siya tulad nito. So, yung first row, first column, siya yung may value na 1. Then yung second row, second column, siya yung may value na 1. And then yung third row, third column, siya yung may value na 1. And then yung last row, then last column, siya yung may value na 1. So, makuha natin siya. So, yung negative lambda is i-multiply natin dun sa 1, which is negative lambda naman yung magiging sagot. So, lahat to is magkakaroon siya ng negative lambda. Hindi ko lang siya nailagay separately, pero basically magkakaroon siya ng value dito. Negative lambda, tas negative lambda, hanggang dun sa may fourth column, magkakaroon siya ng value ng negative lambda. So, ito yung kalalabasan niya, no? Para siyang parang distributive property na -2 minus lambda kasi yung next naman is 0. So 0 na yung magiging sagot. So yung next is yung 4 minus lambda. Then yung next is 3 minus lambda. Then yung last is yung 4 minus lambda. So next is yung gagawin natin, ilalabas naman natin yung second row, second column, which is 4 minus lambda. Matitira lang yung 2x2, parang siyang 2x2 matrix na lang dito, no? So, pag nilabas natin siya is para magkakaroon dito ng multiplication between binomial, no? So, negative 2 minus lambda multiplied by 4 minus lambda. So, yung matitira sa loob is ito na siya. Dito naman magkakaroon ng so hindi ko lang sure pero ito siya, yung may cross multiplication siya dito. Na kulay pula kasi yan, medyo malabo lang. So, ang matitira dito is yung 3 minus lambda multiplied by 4 minus lambda. Tapos ganito yung magiging sagot niya. So, kung babalikan ko yung kanina, is present na dun yung itong portion ng negative 2 minus lambda multiplied by 4 minus lambda. So, dito, magkakaroon lang siya ng konting simplification based dun sa multiplication na ginawa kanina, which is ito siya, di ba? Yung 3 minus lambda multiplied by 4 minus lambda, which is parang ano rin siya, same na to, no? Multiplication ng binomial. Tapos yung 0 will cancel out since 0 times 0 is 0. So, yan siya, no? So, negative 2 minus lambda, ito, ano ba to? Ito. So, ito, di ba? Itong negative 2. Tapos, ito magka-cancel out na since 0 times 0 is 0. Tapos, matitira na ito. No? Itong portion na to. So, ito siya. So, isimplify lang natin, no? Yung basic na parang ano natin, yung multiplication ng anong tawag doon. Basta yung binomial siya. So, negative 2 times 4, negative 8. So, negative 2 minus, negative 2 times negative lambda is positive 2 lambda. Tapos yung inner portion niya yung ito is negative lambda times 4. So negative 4 lambda. And then yung negative lambda times negative lambda is positive lambda. So same lang dito since pareho lang naman siya ng ano ng pagka-polynomial niya. So 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times negative lambda is negative 3 lambda. Tapos yung inner value niya, ito. Yung negative lambda times 4 is negative 4 lambda. And then positive negative lambda times negative lambda is positive squared lambda. So, i-simplify lang natin para at least makuha natin yung ano, yung ito. So, negative tas positive 2 lambda minus 4 lambda is yan, negative 2 lambda. So, yung pinaka-simplest form niya in terms of, kung di magkamali, no, trinomial or binomial lang ata to. Negative 8 minus 2 lambda plus positive lambda squared. Then same lang dito, no, i-simplify lang natin siya para makuha natin. Ito na yung ano niya, actually ito na yung eigenvalues niya given na ilalabas mo siya sa ano eh. Kumbaga i-equate mo siya sa 0. Ito na yung magiging value niya is lambda is positive 2, tapos ito lambda is positive 4 kasi 'di ba equate mo siya sa 0. Tapos yung next na equation is positive 4 tas positive 3, no? Actually, yung portion na ito is pwede mo siyang i-multiply pa rin naman eh. Kumbaga, yung trinomial, palalabasin mo talaga yung sagot. Kumbawa, negative 8 times 12 is, meron siya corresponding answer eh. Tapos negative 8 times negative 7, meron ulit siya. Hanggang marating mo tong lambda squared times lambda squared. Kaya lang kasi medyo sobrang habang ano na siya eh, solution na siya eh, na hindi ko na siya sinolve doon, given na same lang din siya ng kalalabasan na answer. So pagka sinolve natin to, itong portion na to, ito. So kaya lang ako naglagay ng ganito is parang to prove na itong na-extract ko na value dito is same lang din ng kalalabasan nito. Ayan po. So kapag lumabas na itong ganitong equation na to, itong dalawa na to, yung negative 8 minus 2 lambda plus positive lambda squared, tapos yung negative 12 minus 7 lambda plus positive squared lambda, meron ako isang way na ituturo para at least hindi na natin siya i-extract ng ganito. So ito siya. Gamit yung calculators natin, specifically gamit yung Casio na calculator. Di ko lang sure kung kaya din dun sa iba, pero tingin ko naman pwede. Pero para siyang ganito, no? Kung ganito yung calculator na ginagamit nyo, ako kasi basically nung nag-aaral pa hanggang sa nag-take ng board, ito na yung gamit ko na calculator, which is naituro din naman dati. So halimbawa, balikan ko itong equation na to, itong negative 8 minus 2 lambda plus positive lambda squared. Ang lambda squared ay variable din na same lang din ng mga x, y, yung mga ganyang value, mga variable pa lang. So kapag ginamit ko siya, so ito siya. Pwede kayo pumunta doon sa may calculator na to na function niya. Tapos punta lang kayo dito, no. Ito siya. So yung equation, no, puntahin niyo lang yan, number 5. Punta kayo ng mode, tapos equation, tapos dadalhin kayo niya yung rito. So actually kaya niya mag-solve up to halimbawa yung sa akin, yung value na to is raised to the power of 2. So ito yung gagamitin ko lang, itong portion na to. So kung raised to 3 siya, kaya niya hanggang dito mag-solve. Ayan. Hanggang dito. So yan, no, ipasok nyo lang yung value. Pag pindot nyo nung ax squared plus bx plus c, so lalabas tong portion na to. Ito. So a stands for yung may squared, tapos b yung merong single variable, and then yung c siya naman yung constant, no. So ipasok nyo lang yung value, no. Ito yung 1, tapos yung -2, tapos yung -8. And then press enter nyo lang, lalabas yung value niyan. So yung 4 tsaka -2 is siya yung unang dalawang eigenvalues given dun sa isang na-solve natin na equation, which is ito yon. Ito to. Yan. So same procedure, no? Yung +12 minus -7 lambda plus lambda squared. Dito naman din siya, no? So same procedure lang naman, no? Ipasok niyo lang dun sa value, no? Given na pupunta kayo sa mga function na to. Ayan. Hanggang dito po. So ipasok niyo lang dito yung value, no? +1, -7, tsaka yung +12 is makuha mo na yung 4 and 3. So yung eigenvalues natin are -2, 4, and 4, and 3. Kaya ko lang binanggit ito para at least kung ma-encounter natin yung ganitong klaseng ito, hindi na natin para mag-extract pa para lumabas yung eigenvalues. Given na meron tayong calculator din na same na function nito. Alam ko kaya siyang i-solve ng mga sharp na calculator, pero hindi ko pa siya na-try. Nabanggit lang din sa akin, no. Pero hindi ko alam kung saan siyang portion doon nakikita. Pero dito sa Casio na calculator, dito niyo siya particularly makikita. Kaya ang hirap dito kapag i-multiply niyo po yung positive lambda squared doon sa positive lambda squared, magiging positive lambda raised to 4 siya, which is hindi na kaya ng calculator ko. Kasi yung calculator ko lang is hanggang hanggang 3, raised to 3 lang. So hindi ko siya kayang ipakita during sa calculator kung paano i-extract yung mga eigenvalues. Ayan po. So yun po, yung next is yung sa Octave naman. So yung eigenvalues are -2, 4, 4, and then yung 3. So yung sa may eigenvalues naman pag solve ng Octave is ganito yung pag-type natin, no. So yung first row, ito siya. Tapos yung second row, then yung third, tsaka yung fourth, hanggang lumabas na yung mismong value nung matrix. Ito siya. So same lang dun sa given ko kanina. Tapos ang mismong, kumbaga yung mismong tawag dito, pag-solve nung eigenvalues niya is E is equals to EIJ, tapos yung A na value, na which is ito yung na-input natin, galing dun sa So yan din, no? -2, +4, +4, and 3, na same dito rin, no? -2, 4, 4, and 3. So yun lang po. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. That's good. Meron bang question sa ating mga classmates? Walang questions? Wala. Sige, ang request ko lang sa mga nag-present so far, paki-upload po yung inyong files doon sa ating Teams. So dito nyo po siya i-upload. Nakikita po yung ating Teams.
Yes, sir.
Yan. So meron ditong general, nakikita nyo yung general. So ito, general yung window. Click nyo yung files. Yan. So pwede nyo upload dito yung inyong mga presentations. Pwede tayong gumawa ng folder. Tapos i-rename natin yung folder na presentations. Ayan. So ito po. So, upload nyo lang dito inyong files. Okay?
Sir, as PowerPoint po yan i-upload dyan or PDF?
Either PowerPoint na. Huwag nyo na i-PDF. Ako na lang magko-convert to PDF. Para pag PowerPoint, pwede ko i-edit eh. Pag PDF, mahirapan ako i-edit. Okay?
Sige.
So,
Thank you, sir.
PowerPoint na lang. Okay, so upload na lang dito yung mga files. Right.
Okay, sir, done na po. Na-upload ko na po.
So, thank you. So for next week, so balik po tayo sa programming activity. So tapos na tayo ng program 1 and 2. Meron po ba kayong concern or any question regarding sa programming activities natin so far? Wala naman. Nakatulong po ba yung mga coding? Nakatulong ba sa inyong dito sa ating mga lecture?
Yes, sir, yung iba. Yung iba lang po nahirapan po kami.
Saan kayo nahirapan?
Yung iba, sir, na ano, ibang mga
Dun sa may input, dun sa formula.
yes, sir. Yes,
Ah.
sir. Kailangan talagang ano ito? Yung mga word ay yung mga keyword na ilalagay mo is tama kasi nag-error palagi, sir, eh.
Syntax based kasi yung ating
Yes.
Octave or MATLAB. Kapag may mali kayong syntax, so magkaka-error po talaga. Si Sir Neil nag-raise ng hand. Yes, sir.
Actually, sir, question lang po regarding dun sa coding. Kasi for example, no, may program yata ako na nagawa na gumamit ng if-else function kahit hindi pa po na ituturo. Tawag dito, pwede po kaya yun? Kasi for
Okay lang yan,
example,
sir. Okay lang po
okay
kayo
po.
lumampas dun sa ating mga Prenobite. Ibig sabihin,
Salamat
you
po.
are searching, doing a research beyond sa Prenobite ko. Mas maganda po yun. Mag-explore kayo beyond sa mga na-provide ko.
Thank you, sir.
O sir, nilalagay
Pwede
ko
yun.
muna sa MATLAB.
Sir?
Sinecheck ko sa MATLAB. Sinecheck ko sa MATLAB.
Okay, sir.
And then,
Parehas lang po yun.
Oo nga, sir. Kapag gumagana, ayos. Ganun.
Parehas lang.
Yun ang
Kasi yung syntax
Yes,
sa MATLAB tsaka sa Octave, parehas lang po.
Yes, sir. Yun. Double check lang.
Ang maganda naman sa Octave, less memory ang kanyang kinakain sa inyong computer. Ang MATLAB, malaking memory ang kinakain. At saka may bayad po ang MATLAB. Kaya lang, baka yung MATLAB na ginagamit nyo ay crack version.
Crack lang, sir.
Crack version.
Okay, sir.
So, for the sake of exploration yung MATLAB software, pwede naman yung for the meantime, pero pagdating po sa mga research, okay, mga research activity, pag lalo na lahat kayo ay may mga research, pag gagamit po kayo ng MATLAB, kailangan licensed version na po. Okay. Meron naman student version nun. Okay. For the meantime, pwede nyo naman gamitin yung Octave pag hindi naman kailangan ng MATLAB or pag may mga coding na hindi naman kailangan ng MATLAB. Pwede nyo pong gamitin yung Octave sa inyong mga research. Meron po po any concern? Going once? Going twice? Sana. Okay, so for next week, again, I'll upload your program activity number 3. Medyo mas madali yon kasi since familiar na kayo sa Octave, bigay ko ng program activity related po sa ginawa nyo sa mga present ngayon, yung gagawin. Medyo mas madali po siya. So, upload na lang po ang